Hey everyone, are you planning a Walt Disney World trip and worried that you might miss out on some of the biggest changes happening right now? Well, you're exactly in the right place because I'm about to break down every single update, opening, and change happening in Walt Disney World this fall that will impact your fall vacations and beyond going into 2026. And we do have some major upgrades as we have a brand new nighttime parade going on in Magic Kingdom. We have ride refurbishments throughout all four Walt Disney World parks, and we even have a brand new pirate themed bar that is without a doubt the hardest reservation to get in all of Walt Disney World right now. But if you stick around, I'll actually give you a tip on how you could try to grab a reservation at the Beacon Barrel Bar in Magic Kingdom, and I'll break down a ton of other updates. As always, I'm very excited, so let's go get started. Thank you again so much for checking out this video. Like I said, I'm about to break down all the biggest changes going on in Walt Disney World right now, and we're going to break this down a couple of different ways. I'm going to first start with the actual theme parks themselves, but we also have a lot of changes going on at the Disney World hotels that you need to know about, so there's a lot in this video. But let's start with the most popular theme park in the world, and that is Magic Kingdom. And like I said, we do have a brand new nighttime parade in Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away Parade that you need to make sure to check out if you're coming to Disney. And so this brand new parade offers classic and new characters, synchronizing light up with new merchandise and even themed snacks. So the parade itself has a bunch of characters from Coco, we have Moana, we have a lot of the new characters that are in this parade, which I really enjoyed, but it also has a lot of nods and touches to the old Main Street Electrical Parade, which I loved as well. So this parade runs twice each night, and it's going to start in Main Street. It's going to start actually on Main Street, which is kind of the opposite of some of the other nighttime parades that we've had in Magic Kingdom. And right now it's running at 9 o'clock and then also 11 o'clock. So my tip and trick here would be you can either hit the 9 o'clock fireworks show and you want to line up really on Main Street somewhere, and then you could stay and do the fireworks after the parade, or you could do it in reverse and you can go and see the fireworks first and then you go and grab a spot afterwards for the parade. And of course, important tip and trick here is if you're visiting this fall or through the Christmas, you do need to be mindful that nights when they have a Mickey's Not So Scary or Mickey's Very Merry, they will not be having Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away Parade. Okay, but sticking with Magic Kingdom Park, and we're going over to Tron, and we have an overlay. So beginning on September 15th, and this coincides with the new Tron film, the canopy will light up red with a new soundtrack. So this runs at least through October from what we could see right now. So if you are visiting soon, be sure to go check that out. And then that brings us to another huge change and probably the most popular reservation to try to get in Magic Kingdom or in all of Walt Disney World really right now, and that is the brand new Beak and Barrel Tavern, which is the pirate themed tavern that is in Magic Kingdom. So this opened up on August 29th, and it can be found in Adventureland, really right next to Pirates of the Caribbean. And so like I said, this is a pirates themed pub with food, cocktails, and live entertainment. So they offer some small bites, but the atmosphere really is the big draw here. If you've been on Disney Cruise Line, you know that over the past couple years, Disney has brought us some themed bars. Disney Wish has Star Wars themed bar, and now Treasure, and also Destiny that's coming out in fall of 2025 have a Pirate of the Caribbean themed bar. So this is kind of where Disney's going, and it's really clever and probably one of my most enjoyable things that Disney's coming out with right now. And I'm not even talking about just from an alcoholic drink standpoint. They have a lot of mocktails. I just feel like the theming, this is like Disney's doing such a good job with the theming, and there's so many little hidden Easter eggs throughout this bar. So a couple things to keep in mind. So kids are welcome at the Beacon Barrel. It is a family-friendly pirate tavern offering themed non-alcoholic drinks, snacks, and immersive pirate experiences for all ages. Of course, there are alcoholic drinks as well, so there's some restrictions here. So there's a maximum of 2 alcoholic drinks per adult guest, and each party has a 45-minute limit once inside the tavern. So reservations are required, and I would say pretty much mandatory at this point. You're not going to get into this tavern unless you have a reservation. The tip and trick here, right? There's 2 different ones. The first is, from what I could see, one of my recommendations has always been, if you're going to a special, ticket event like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party or Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, I have always said, do not do a sit-down dining reservation. What I'm seeing though is that on those party nights, you can get a reservation for the Beacon Barrel. So you have to make that decision, but it's probably the easiest way to go and enjoy this new bar at this point in time. If you want to give up a little bit of your time during your specially ticketed event, you can go and check out the Beacon Barrel. I believe you'll have an edge getting a reservation. Now, of course, if you are not going to a special event, I would still look at party nights I'll look as close to, 6 o'clock when the park closes as possible to try to get a reservation. Me and my wife just did this. We were able to get a reservation around 5:30 on a party night for right around my birthday, actually. It's for November 14th. So I just did this. Reservations open up 60 days in advance. Keep that in mind. But if you can't get one, here's another tip and trick that always works well. Continue to look, especially as you get down to, let's say, 7 days from your Disney trip or even during your Disney trip. Continue to look on the My Disney Experience app to see if a reservation pops up. And of course, this is not through Disney, but there are a ton of other third-party apps that will you can set a notification and you'll get a notification if the reservation does become available. Go and do that, but that's kind of the tip and trick here to try to get yourself into the Beacon Barrel. Okay, but moving over to some ride closures at Magic Kingdom. And so first and foremost, we do have Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, which is closed starting August 4th, and it's going to be reopening sometime in 2026. Over in Frontierland, of course, if you're somewhat up to date on Disney World and what's going on, we have Tom Sawyer's Island and the Rivers of America permanently closed, and Disney's working on a brand new Cars Land. We also have the Walt Disney World Railroad, which is running in shuttle mode, which means it's going from Main Street over to Fantasyland. And then with that big, transformation in Frontierland, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is closed and reopening again sometime in 2026. Okay, but moving over to Epcot, what changes, what's new going on over at Epcot? And we do have Test Track Reimagined. This opened up on July 22nd with self-driving vehicle themes and a new show scene. And so we are seeing the wait times for Test Track right now to be kind of massive. So definitely make sure that you're making this a priority. If you're rope dropping in the morning or if you're doing Lightning Lane multipass, this is definitely should be high on your list to try to grab. And I would say now that we have Test Track opened, we are seeing the wait times for, let's say, Remy or Frozen come back and pull back a little bit. Another ride that's down right now for refurb is going to be Spaceship Earth, which closed August 25th, 2025. This is just routine refurbishment, and they're saying it's going to reopen in late 2025. But that's kind of it for Epcot. Moving over to Animal Kingdom, and we do have Zootopia Better Zoogether, a 4D show, which opens on November 7th, 2025. And this is replacing the It's Tough to Be a Bug sort of inside of that, main tree icon that's in Animal Kingdom Park. This is going to feature immersive effects and meet and greets with Nick and Judy. And of course, we also have a lot of updates going on at Animal Kingdom. We have Dinoland USA, which the Boneyard recently closed as of September 2nd. We do have Kali River Rapids, which is closing in October through December for refurbishment. And then something to keep an eye if you're traveling in early 2026, we do have the restaurant Saurus and Dinosaur both closing right around February 1st, 2026. And if you kind of not up to speed, Dinosaur is actually being reimagined into an Indiana Jones ride, similar to what they have out in Disneyland. All right, moving over to Disney's Hollywood Studios. We have a lot. There's just a lot. There's a lot of changes going on within the parks. We have the Animation Courtyard transformation, and essentially Launch Bay is permanently closing towards the end of September 2025. Of course, we have the Muppets, which recently closed. That's permanently closed now, and we do have a new Monsters Inc. land coming. But something that is open that you want to go and definitely be sure to go check out is we have two new shows. We have The Villains, Unfairly Ever After, and we do have The Little Mermaid, a musical adventure, which opened back up a couple months ago. But if you're visiting, first time in a couple years, be sure the brand new shows. I really enjoy them, especially the Villain show. I really like that it was live. Be sure to go check them out. I think they're welcome additions to Hollywood Studios. All right, but now let's jump into the hotels. But before we do, I'm about halfway done with this video. I just wanted to take a second to say thank you so much for checking this video out. I hope you found it helpful to this point. And if you have, just be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, as I have a lot more similar Disney World updates and planning tips and tricks videos coming out in the coming weeks to make sure you are as prepared as possible. Okay, but jumping over to the hotels, and we're going to start with the flagship of all of the hotels, and we have Disney's Grand Floridian Resort. So they're going through a major refurb within the lobby, and the lobby is being refurbed. From what I can read, it says through November 2025. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the gingerbread house that's notorious at the Grand Floridian, but they're bringing a lobby bar into the Grand Floridian. I don't know if I agree with this. I don't think that this hotel really needed that, but hey, I'm not making the decisions. Obviously, Disney's going through with it. Just keep that in mind if you are visiting the Grand Floridian. Even if you're not staying there, I feel like a lot of families go over here during the holidays, so just something to be mindful of. Over at the Polynesian Village Resort, we do have some ongoing work. We have that brand new DVC tower, which actually opened up in December 2024, and there is a really cool new restaurant bar / in that new tower as well. So be sure to go check that out. And then we have Disney's Pop Century, luxury resort where if you've been watching my channel, you know that they're upgrading all of the guest rooms. So just be sure to keep an eye on that. My tip and trick there is if you want a refurbished room, when you check in, just ask your cast member. They will do their best to try to get you into a refurbed room. And then we do also have some upgraded rooms coming to Port Orleans Riverside, where the Magnolia Bend guest rooms are updating from May 2025 through February 2026. We have the Wilderness Lodge, the Copper Creek Villas, specifically where we have refurbishments going on right now, really through September, October. And then this is a big one that I feel like impacts everyone who's staying at an official Disney World hotel. Keep in mind that Disney, sometimes will have both water parks open, but sometimes they'll switch and only have one water park open. Guests receive a free water park admission right on your check-in day when you stay at a Disney World hotel through 2025 anyway, into 2026, right? So if you're visiting, keep an eye on which water park is open. Blizzard Beach did close as of September 8, 2025. So right now, the only water park open is going to be Typhoon Lagoon. Of course, we also have some special events going on in Walt Disney World. So some things to just keep in mind if you are visiting over the next couple of months. We have Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party that's still running through October 31st, 2025. Even if you're not going to this Halloween event, it is going to impact when Magic Kingdom closes. On party nights, it will close at 6 p.m. So again, like I said, if you want to see that new parade, you want to see fireworks, you have to make sure that you're not going on a party night, because if you are, you're not going to be able to see them. We also have the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival, which is running over in Epcot through November 22nd, 2025. So something to keep in mind here is that not all of the food booths open up right away. So right now, me and my wife, we're waiting for the French onion soup style dumplings, which are going to be opening at Gyoza's of the Galaxy right around September 28th. So just because the event opens up, again, it doesn't mean all of the booths will be opened up, but by the time you watch this video, most likely they all will be, but just a tip to keep in mind for next year and the years after. And then kind of moving over to Christmas, of course, we do have Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, which is running from November 7th through December 21st. And then we do have another festival at Epcot Festival of the Holidays. The cool thing here is that, of course, Disney just released the Candlelight Processional. Tip and trick to help you if you are booking for the Candlelight Processional, specifically for the dining package. We just got word that the dining packages will be released. Reservations go on sale October 14th at 6 a.m. And so that is pretty much it, everyone. Some last minute little planning tips and tricks. Don't forget, we're getting into the time of year in Disney where, depending on when you visit, the weather can be very unpredictable. It could be really hot during the day, but a little chilly at night. So definitely be sure, bring sweatshirts, dress accordingly. I've spoken about it in my other videos. Do the layer method, where it's always best to take a sweatshirt off than to need a sweatshirt. Also, if you're looking for Magic Kingdom with the lowest possible crowds, we've spoken about missing the parades and fireworks, but typically Magic Kingdom is less crowded on party nights, so you'll get on more rides throughout the day, so that could outweigh the pros and the cons there. And of course, last but not least, always check the My Disney Experience app. Have the app downloaded before you get down to Walt Disney World and check in real time all of the updates, park hours, ride refurbishments, what rides are down, what rides are back up in the Disney app. Always best, even though this video is used as the guideline, always best as you get closer to your trip to check and see what's going on. But that is it, everyone. Those are all of the updates going on in Walt Disney World right now. I really hope that you found this video helpful. And if you are in the process of planning a Disney World trip and you need a little additional help, just be sure to go check out our website, theparkprodigy.com. Right now, we're giving back up to $250 back in a Disney gift card for any family who books their Disney World vacation package with our small business. And there is actually a questionnaire in the show notes. You can go and you can fill it out and we will send you a free, no obligation quote. And you can get my help, my team's help planning an amazing Disney World trip for your family. But I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you all again so much for checking out this video. And until next time, I will talk to you soon.